Hey everybody, it's Zafir from No Love Lost 2.0. So I'm going to give you guys a little story time about when I went to New York. So I recently just went to New York around September 19th. This video is coming out in October. So I went for my friend's birthday, actually my best friend's birthday, and we stayed at the New Yorker over there by Penn Station. So I want to tell y'all this story about setting boundaries and knowing when you have to establish them with people, even when you feel like they may not understand. So my best friend is a great friend to me. And I told him, whatever you want to do for your birthday, I'm riding with you. I'm there with you. Whatever you want to do. But the very last night I was there, it was a Saturday night going into a Sunday. He wanted to go to, I don't know if it was Eagles. It was a particular club where they do activities that are not appropriate for a married man like myself. You know, so I told my friend, I said, I can't go in that club. I can't. I said, what I'll do is I'll wait for you guys, and then I'm going to go get me a drink, and I'll go to another spot, and then we can meet up later. So my friend was upset with me, like, oh, why didn't you, come to the club? That really hurt me. That really bothered me. And I said, you have to understand something. I said, I cannot do things that you can do due to the fact that I am a married man. I said, I cannot move how certain people move because they feel like they can. What it comes down to is that we have to learn how to set boundaries with people from the beginning. And I didn't set that boundary with my friend, but I also understand that that was my fault. And I knew that that was something that I definitely needed to take care of. And I feel like what we have to understand is that people are not always going to understand where you're coming from when they're not in your shoes. And you can't get mad at them. Sometimes you have to break it down to them so they can understand. Like I told him, I said, if you were in a committed relationship with somebody, I would not bring you, even if I was single, I would not bring you to anything that I would think is deemed inappropriate to your relationship, especially if I know that you're in a committed monogamous relationship. Now, mind you, I know, and I have a few friends who are in open relationships, who are poly or, do cheat on their partners. It is what it is, that they business. But I'm not one of them, in the sense of I'm not in that place in life where I'm going to be interacting in behaviors that I know are not conducive to the life that I live. So at first my friend was like, I really was feeling some type of way because it's my birthday. I said, friend, it wasn't your birthday. On your actual birthday, I did everything you wanted to do. But when your birthday was over, I still did what you wanted to do, but I couldn't do that one thing. Now, I don't feel like I'm wrong for it, and we didn't get into no fight or argument about it. They understood where I was coming from once I explained it. But I also know that I am responsible for using my throat chakras and explaining to people my boundaries. And I've never had a fear of speaking on how I feel about anything. That's one. But in that situation, I did not speak up and say, you know what, I don't think this is appropriate for me to be in this place. I kept beating around the bush, I guess. But no. When it got down to the nitty gritty, I said, I'm not going in there because it was a sex club. And I was like, I don't participate in things like that. I respect all my friends who choose to move how they move, do what they do. I don't care if they're in a whole phase and they single phase and they cheating phase, if they're in a poly phase, if they're in a committed phase. Whatever you choose to do may work for you. That's for you. But they ain't got shit to do with me. So that's where I'm at with that.